so glad that I actually had time today to record another quick video for you. So what I want to talk about today involves starting prep because I just started last week. I'm ready to go. I'm super focused. I want to kind of backtrack and talk about when are you actually ready to start prep. I love that part of my job as a blogger and social media influencer for Fitness for All is to inspire other women. Maybe I inspire them to just get in the gym, and sometimes I inspire them to compete. Sometimes I get messages from ladies who say, Kayla, I picked my show date. I'm ready to compete. Can you help me with my prep? And I'm like, pump the brakes, Sally. Seriously. I am all for you being ambitious and excited about your prep. That is awesome. But I think sometimes people aren't aware of really what prep looks like and kind of the trainer mentality and some things that we're going to be measuring and doing along the way. Sometimes I have to be the bad news deliverer and say, you're not ready to start prep. And I don't want to squash their dreams. I feel like competing isn't something that you just pick a date and you jump into it. I mean, you can, but I'm assuming that you want to go out about your prep in a healthy way and you want to actually win your show and do the best that you can do. We have to kind of backtrack and take a look at your starting point and what you're currently doing leading up to the beginning of prep to make sure that your prep is going to actually be healthy and that it's going to benefit you and you're going to see the results that we're hoping to see through prep. So in this video today, I want to kind of go through a couple things that I would normally ask a new competitor or someone who's maybe competed before but wants to, use Keith and I to help them through prep. Believe it or not, there is a science behind it. I'm going to walk through 5 questions that we would normally ask someone who thinks they're ready to start prep and actually evaluate if they are in fact ready. Okay, so here we go. Question number 1. Are you consistent? Before you start prep, we would highly recommend that you have a consistent habit. So this means you work out regularly. Hopefully you have some sort of foundation with lifting weights and doing a little bit of cardio. You're used to eating nutritious foods. Have you been eating on a consistent schedule? Sometimes I have girls who come to me who they don't even eat breakfast and they think they're ready to start prep. No, we want you to have a solid foundation to then intensify and fine tune for your prep. So if you don't already have consistent habits, it's okay, but I would start practicing some of those things so that then later when you are actually ready to start prep, you have that foundation and up your game. Okay, and number 2 is, are you at a surplus? So this means when you start prep, are we going to be able to look at your calories and take some out? Because during prep, we obviously want to keep as much muscle as we can and even put on some muscle during the process, but we are trying to lean you out to be stage ready. If you are starting prep at, eating 1,000 calories a day, where are we going to take calories from? Your body is used to surviving on 1,000 calories per day. One thing I want you to understand is our bodies are made to adapt to what we're doing to them. So if you're eating 1,000 calories a day, your metabolism is going to be a little bit slower. So we would ideally like you to be eating more calories than what we would want you to start prep with. And something that goes hand in hand with being at a surplus of calories, are you a cardio bunny? Are you doing too much cardio? If you start prep and you are someone who is maybe teaching classes or you just really love to run or whatever your cardio is, and you're doing, 2 to 3 hours a day, and then you're gonna start prep, again, our bodies are made to adapt and survive. In order for us to help you lean out, we're either going to have to cut back on what's going into your body or increase the amount of work output. Well, if you're already doing 2 hours of cardio a day, how can I possibly add in more cardio for you? So those two things are really important. We want you to, again, have a surplus of calories when you start prep, and we want you to have, a consistent cardio schedule, but not be where you're obsessive about it. The third thing that we would want you to consider before even picking a date and starting prep is, can you afford it? If you've competed before, you know that it can be pretty expensive. If you haven't, in the description below, I've linked up a previous blog post that I did about what all the cost entails. So before you even commit to something that, you go through and do all the work, and then all the things start adding up towards the end that you have to pay for, like your hotel room, your suit, your tanning, your hair and makeup, your registration for being a member of the NPC, so getting your NPC card, those all kind of add up at the end, and I'd hate for someone to not be aware of these costs or be able to afford it and go through most of prep and then have to back out because it's getting too expensive for them. And the last one, it might seem kind of silly, but do you have a support system? This doesn't mean that you need everyone, behind you cheering you on, but if you can have one person, whether it be your coach or a friend or maybe someone going through this with you and training with you, but someone who can relate to what you're going through, you're going to be more successful. Make sure your spouse is, even if they're not really supportive, at least make sure they're on board and they're willing to learn with you. My husband in the beginning wasn't super supportive, and then after watching the journey kind of happen, he is now my number one fan. The worst thing that you can do is start going through prep and have a constant negative bug in your ear. And along with having a support system, I highly recommend that you pay for a coach or trainer, whether it be online or one-on-one. Having someone to make sure that you're on track. When you are competing, your head gets really loud, and there's days where you doubt yourself, even when you do have a coach. So having someone who says, you're going to be fine, let me take care of everything. You can focus on doing the work and not have to worry about being lean enough, being shaped right, all the things of being stage ready. Lay that on your coach or trainer. That is their job to take care of it, and you get to focus on just doing the work. So those are my 5 things, you guys. Basically, I just want to make people aware that you don't just pick a show out of a hat and just go for it. You really, really need to do some research and talk with your coach or trainer about what show would be best for you, when is the best time to start. There's a lot of things that go into starting training for a competition. And I want you to be super successful and win and be happy with the progress and honestly be healthy. And if you aren't ready now, that's okay. Do the little things you need to do to get there, and then you'll be able to start prep and you will be able to just kill it. If there's something in regards to prep that you have questions about, you can leave them in the comments below. I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I look forward to making my next video for you. All right, see you guys later. Bye.